Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. And do you ever get sucked into Facebook and lose track of time? Me either. Yeah, that's why I'm late. Yeah, sorry. I turned on my computer to get ready for this and I ended up getting sucked in to my personal feed. Well, first the business feed and then the personal feed. And then next thing I knew, it was time to go live and I hadn't set up all of this electronic stuff. So here I am, a little bit late. Sorry. You know, you just get sucked in and time just poof, it's gone. Do you have that happen? Please tell me I am not the only one that just gets sucked in and loses all track of time and space. I know my husband does. He spends a lot of time on Facebook. Well, on his phone, period, but also on Facebook. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, spoiler alert, that's the word. I keep forgetting that word. Spoiler alert, I am opening the brand new kit. I got it yesterday and I decided I just couldn't wait until Monday. I wanted to open it now. So I'm going to open it now and then Monday we're going to already jump into alternates. So let's go ahead and switch. Let's get out those scissors because all we need with these all-inclusive kits, whether they are this one that comes straight to your door. This month mine came straight to my door by a UPS guy, or it'll be in your mailbox. Either way, it's awesome, and it comes monthly without thinking about it. You can either do prepaid subscriptions, so then you really don't have to think about it, or if your budget's more like most people, and like mine was, you can do month to month. And really, there's no difference in price anymore. So probably next year, I'm just going to go back to the once a month because it's the same price unless they do a special for prepaid. It's $25 either way. Excuse me. I got a frog in my throat all of a sudden, right before I go live all the time. So here we go. Let's see what color ink I need to get. It is Cajun Craze. All right. We know we have hit autumn when June has to pull out the Cajun Craze for something. I only seem to use this color during autumn for the changing of the leaves and everything. I don't use it for I don't use it for any other time, but it is my go-to autumn color. I like Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Old Olive, and either and usually cherry cobbler because it's a little bit of a darker red, but sometimes I use the real red. So yes, this is an autumn color, and since this one is called Fall for Toile, I think that's how you say the T-O-I-L-E. I think that's what Missy had said. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have my block. Hold on. Here's my block. I have a mess here. I am preparing for the retreat and I just have a total disaster of boxes and baskets and all kinds of stuff. So when you get your very first kit, you're going to get a block with it for your wonderful stamps. The stamps say, wishing you the happiest of days, thankful, warm wishes, thinking of you. And then we have some acorns, some pumpkins, some leaves, 3 different leaves, and even some birds that you can make flying south. How fun is that? And it always comes wrapped up in tissue paper. Usually this color, this pool party, I think it is, this color. Sometimes it'll be a special color. Like at Christmas time, it might be red or green or sometimes yellow, depending on the theme. And then we have these. Ooh. All right, so we've seen a few pictures, and sadly, I wasn't expecting my kit so quick, and somehow I ended up on Facebook and sadly saw a card. And I'm sure I've told you all before, I usually stay away from Facebook because I don't want to be spoiled by seeing this. So that's why I tell you up front, I'm opening the new kit. If you don't want to see it, don't watch. Come back later. All right, so here we go. Hello, Missy. Great to have you on here. Here is our stamp set. See, just like that. Great way to make sure you get all your stamps back. And then we have our no fail instructions. So we have 3 different cards. This is the card I saw. 3 different cards, 3 of each, so 9, plus some fun envelopes with the flaps all decorated. This is what's in the kit, and these were the dies. They are sold out. They are gone. All right, so we have the dies that are left. In there are last year's Q3, which has this wonderful leaf, hooray, and this flower that you can use either with or without the stamp that went with it. And then the Merry Tags and More, which is Merry, a tag, and a leaf. All right, and then these past kits, these are full kits. That means you get the card ingredients as well as the stamps and ink in these 2 kits. And then we have, see, they are sold out. Just cross those out. This is the refill kit of the Mountain Majesties, and then we have the full kits, which means stamps and ink are in there. We have the full kits of the inked occasions, so if you really liked that or you didn't get it before you became a subscriber. We have the refill for the strawberries, the refill for the Full of Charm, and the refill for last month's kit with the totes and the double stamp set, but it won't be in there. It's just going to be the paper parts of it. And then these are the new dies for Q4. So it's Joy, it's got a flower, some 2 greeneries, and this little thing, which I'm not 100% sure what it is. And then another tag, and they are only $12, and they are great fun. And so these are the 3 kits that are coming up for October, November, December. In October, it's going to be Cozy Christmas. November is Wrapped in Cheer, so it's going to be these fun little boxes. And December is Watercolor in Bloom. Fun, fun, fun. Love all the new kits. Oh my gosh, just love them. So our fall for Toile instructions are no fail instructions. I mean, there's just arrows. You don't have to worry about reading it, misunderstanding. Hi, April. Woohoo! Haven't seen you in a while. I messaged you yesterday. Glad you're here. Missy says your box was soaked. Oh my gosh, did you have a lot of puddle? Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Yes, good thing it's all wrapped in plastic, because this is wipe offable. That's not as big a deal, and these are okay with water. So wow, a soaked box. That's just crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and do these 3 cards. So we have 1, 2, and 3. We're going to pull out the ingredients. What I tend to do, I set this aside because I like to use it for the stamping. Here are our adhesives. Excuse me. I just can't seem to kick this little nagging cough. So we have some dimensionals, mini dimensionals, and glue dots. We have some ribbon pieces already pre-cut. How sweet is that? Then we have our envelopes. And I love how they started putting the envelopes with the cards so we knew which one. I just used to look back at this page to see, but now it's all right here, nice and easy to separate out. So we're going to do 1 of each. This is number 2. This is number 3. And then I put the rest in the box. The inside of the envelopes are plain, so it's just the flaps. And this is number 1. So we have 1, 2, and 3. All right, and this is, let me pull the card bases. This is card base number 1, and then I put the other 2. Whoops, there's something in there. This is for card number 3. Oh, here we go, card number 3. All right, there we go. And card number 2. This looks like linen, but it does not feel like linen. All right, and then we have these. We need 3 of these, no extras, because there's 3 cards and there's 3 sets of 3. So no extras on these, but you never know. They throw in extras here and there. Sentiments. We need one of these. They almost always have extra sentiment pieces just in case we make mistakes is probably their reasoning. But if you don't make a mistake, then you can use it, or you can use the other side. And then we have this one for number 2. I do not know, excuse me, where this where this frog came from. Good gracious. All right, we have this lovely tree that goes there. And that's all hooked up. All right, let's see what else. So, oh, we have a fox. Cute little fox. All right, that goes right there. We have the pumpkins that go right there. We have the thankful that goes there. And then we have these leaves that go here. And I'm missing, oh no, here it is, it fell. All right, so there we go. So we have those 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 3, 2, oh, and the ribbon goes on that one. There we go. And then we have those right there. All right, let's get started. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. 1, move these over here. All right, so let's get started with number 1. This one looks pretty easy. We're going to stamp the acorns in here, and I have come to love acorns lately with those dies. I used them on a card club today. Card club card today. All right, so we're going to pull out these little acorns, pop them right there, grab a block. All right, then we want to stamp them on here, bring in our chipboard, and we want to just kind of touch them. All right, like that, so they're less sticky. All right, ink it up, stamp it. Oh, love it. There we go. Nice and crispy. All right, this is a super simple card. All right, so we're going to, wow. We're going to run this, and I just was teaching one of my friends today in class. She uses the tip end of her bone folder, and it doesn't work as well. I have found that if you use the flat end, it is better at really creasing and burnishing that edge. So try to use the flat end, see if that works better for you. If not, then go back to using the pointed end. I just find that you can apply more pressure here than you can here. All right. So just want to make sure my card is opening the right way. We're going to flip this over. We're going to flip this over, and we're going to flip this over, and we're going to use some glue dots and some dimensionals. All right, so Take Your Pick tool is your best friend when it comes to this. I just love it. I can't imagine crafting without it. How about you? Are you a fan? Are you a team Take Your Pick tool or a team fingernail person? Team fingernail or team Take Your Pick tool? I am team Take Your Pick pretty much all the way. All right, so we just need that there, especially with these minis. Ouch, just poked my finger. Wasn't supposed to do that. All right, the best way not to do that is lay it down like that. There we go. All right, and do it there. with these minis, the take your pick tool is so much easier to grab those minis. All right, and then grab the papers off there. I just picked that up with my hand. All right, oops, we want to pop those off. Get them out of the way. And then we want to put dimensionals on here. And this is why they gave us the minis, because of these skinny lines. All right, we're going to put them in the center. So it's best to make sure your flat edges are along the edges. Here we go. Let's see, how many do they have? They have 4 along there. That's what I would have thought. And then we have some in here to make sure our tree doesn't sag, because that wouldn't be very nice, right? We don't want a saggy tree. All right, and I'm going to do just a couple more there and another one over here. Whoop. All right, so let me get all these little papers off. You can do that easily. It'll pick up so many and then it's full. I'm not going to pick up more, so then you just have to pull them off. All right, here we go. I usually go about 4, so. Oop. All right, looks like we got them all. So we're going to grab this, we're going to flip it over, and we're going to center it on here. There we go, just like that. Nice. All right, and then let's see. The thankful is going to go over here. And then this, oh, I did it backwards. All right. Well, let's see, maybe I've got it over enough. Nope. All right, so those were supposed to go on the other side. See, I make the mistakes, so you don't have to. So we're going to lift those off. And I like to just kind of, here's where I do use my fingernail or just rub those off completely. I'm not going to worry about the glue dots there. I'm going to put dimensionals over them. All right, and then we'll use 2 new glue dots for gluing to the frame. All right, and then of course when you use your take your pick tool, make sure you clean it if it gets messy. There we go. All right, let's try this again. There we go. All right. There we go. How pretty is that? I think that's really lovely. Very simple, but very lovely. All right. So, and then it goes into this great envelope like this. All right. Take your pick for the win. That's right, Missy. Missy almost gave up before barely beginning until I said, get a take your pick tool. It will change your life. And it did. And now it's, what, 4.5 years later, and she's still crafting and loving that take your pick tool, especially with these dots, the glue dots. They were her nemesis. All right, so let's do card number 2. All right. Here we go. First, some stamping. So we'll set this aside. We're going to bring in our oval, ooh, and our card base. We get to do a lot of stamping, so we'll do that after. Let's start with this, and we're going to be using that nice big sentiment. So I love how it shows you exactly where to stamp it. All right, shows you all there. So we're going to pick that up with a block, and then we want to just kind of stamp here. You don't want to do this side of the stamp, okay, the part that sticks to the block, because you want it to stick to the block. If you season it, as this is called, then it will not stick to the block as well. All right, so make sure that you don't season it until you have it on a block so that you're not accidentally seasoning the wrong side. Here we go. Let's see how it stamps. Beautiful. Right there. There we go. Lovely. All right. Oh, we need this out. And then we need the 2 leaves. All right, 2 leaves. We're going to stick them both on the block. I'm going to use this leaf like that, and this one like that. Pick them up together. Then I'm going to season it a little bit. Okay, just get it not quite so sticky so that it stamps better. All right, so this is the front of my card. So there we go. So I'm going to stamp, turn it around, and some of it is falling off, and that's good. We don't want it all in the same direction. We want it to be off a little bit. Now, this is the corner, the edge, so I want to make sure to burnish it, like I said, and we want to make sure some of those leaves can fall off, so we do need to close our card so that it's not getting stamped on this side. All right. So I just try turning it, making it go in different directions so it doesn't always look the same. And we're going all the way around. Let's see. And maybe up there. Do something down here. All right, so it's got most of it ringed, so we want to. Now you can do it exactly as they have it. I didn't worry about it. I got it close. You just want to make sure you have those leaves around the outside border. All right, so we'll move that out of the way and bring in this. So, oh, hold on. Are there more? Nope, there's only 3, so we must be cutting it in half. Oh no, okay, I see. We're folding it. Let's see. All right, so here's our ribbon and here's our fold. So we have it like, oh, like this, and then fold under. And then it shows glue dots up here on this part. So we have glue dots that are going to go on that top part. It's showing 4, but these are pretty big glue dots, so we'll see whether we can get 4 on there. All right, so it's showing it that way. So we have 1, 2. It keeps running. Keeps running away. All right, so Missy, you used all 3 leaves. All 3 leaves. It shows 3 leaves. Oh, you used all 3 leaves for the stamping. That's okay. That's totally fine too. I thought about it, but then I ended up just doing what it said. But I'm sure there will be other ones. So then let's pop off these tops. There we go. Let's see. All right, come on. All right, here we go. So we've got those, and then we're going to stick it onto here. All right, like this. Then we're going to turn it over. I'd be inclined to put a dot in there to keep it from popping open. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a dot inside here just to help hold it closed. Like that. All right, and then they want a glue dot on here, like that. And glue dots on here. With the ribbon on there, I would have thought they would use dimensionals, but maybe it's going on something that is already going to have dimensionals on it. So then, oh, there's one. Ah. All right, so we'll pop these off. That one actually flew. Most of the times mine don't flow. That one flew too. Wow. Guess I'm getting good at glue dots. All right, so we're going to set that aside for a moment. We're going to look at these. So we have these 3 leaves, and I like to lay them out the way they have them out. Okay, and then we're going to put dimensionals on those, and on this one, and this one. So, oop, took the paper, not the dimensional. All right, here we go. So we're going to put 2 dimensionals on each of these. And I'm going to go ahead and take the paper off now so I don't have to come back and do it. All right. Here we go. That's working nice and easy. All right, and then we want dimensional here. Let's try that again. Here we go. Here and here. All right, on that one. And then on this one, we want one here, here, and here, as well as one up here. All right, so there we got all our dimensionals just like this. All right, and then we're going to put our card together. So let's see. We're going to do these 2, this one and this one. So this one's going to go like this. And I'm just looking at the direction they're holding it. And this one's going to go like this. right, and then we have one of these over here. And we have one of these over here. And I may have put them not close enough together. And then we have one of these over there. All right, well, that's working. All right, and then we're going to lay this. This is why there's no dimensionals on it. We're going to lay this right here. And there is your completed card. You can't even tell this looks black. This isn't black, I promise you. It is Cajun Craze. I don't know why my camera makes it look black. And then it goes in this wonderful orange flapped envelope. Love it. All right, you stamped off. I thought about that, but I kind of like that it's bolder. Does it say? Oh, it does say scratch paper. All right, so it was supposed to be stamped off. All right, I was wondering. All right, so here it says scratch paper. So ink, scratch paper, stamp. So this is supposed to be lighter. I just did it straight on. I think it looks fine to me. It probably looks better stamped off. But again, I make this mistake, so you don't have to. So here you go. Stamp off before you stamp on your card, and that makes it lighter and more background instead of bold and in your face. All right. Yeah, it's one of those days. June didn't read the instructions. Well, not read. June didn't look close enough at the instructions. Let's see if I could do the next card without a mistake. All right, maybe, maybe not. I'm 2 for 2 right now in mistake cards. I did the dimensionals on the and the glue dots on the wrong side on the card 1, and then I full on stamped the leaves on card 2. Let's see if I can get this one right. All right, so I'm looking closer. We have Thinking of You on the sentiment piece. We have the birds, the geese, flying over the corn. And then we have the dimensionals, and then we lay it all out. I should be able to handle this. Let's find out. I'm going to fold this first. All right, like that. And there we have a card base. All right, and we will do some stamping first. Then we'll do our dimensionalizing, and then we'll see if I can put it together without a mistake. It'll be the first card today without a mistake. All right, so let me go ahead and grab my D block. Go ahead and season this. Just so it stamps better, it's not so sticky. Just remember to do it on the stamping side, not on the stick to the block side, because you want it sticking to the block. I've had many a photopolymer stamp that stopped sticking to the block. Do you want to know what to do if your photopolymers stop sticking to the block? Wash them with soap and water. Let them air dry, and they will be sticky again. Yep. That's how you do it. All right, so we're going to turn this over. We're going to turn this over. We're going to turn this over. And we're going to turn this over. And we're going to stick a whole lot of these puppies on there. All right, so 1. Whoop. 2. 3 and 4. Then we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 1 and a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 8. That's how they did it, so that's how I'm going to do it. And then we will just use this real quick to pick all those little slips up. Oop. All right, that one's full. Good thing I have my little vacuum cleaner. Missy, are you enjoying your vacuum cleaner? Do you use it? Everyone's like, what vacuum cleaner? Well, for one of retreats this year, we did, it was a June bug themed retreat, and they all got these wonderful little desk vacuums, computer vacuums, whatever you want to call them, and they are marvelous. They are just spectacular. I love them. They're on Amazon. There's all kinds, of course. Being Junebug creations, I got everybody Junebug ones. They are super nice, battery operated. The batteries last a whole long time. You don't even have to worry. So, they're just fantastic. All right, so then we're going to turn our card this way. Oh, sugar jets. I forgot to stamp the birds. All right, so I am going to, I can take this one off. So I'm only ruining one. So I'm 0 for 3 in oopsies. 0 for 3 in oopsies. Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? See? Got ahead of myself. All right, birdies. Just one little flying V pattern. Yep. And there we go. Whoo, good thing I only had one back there. All right, now to get them all off of here. Good. And get one more dimensional back over here in the corner. Good. As my dad would say, good, good, good. That's his new thing. All right, now we want to make sure it's opening the right direction. Don't do a June thing where it opens this way, because then you got to do something fun inside. Maybe I'll show you that as one of my cards. There we go. And then this one is going to hang off over here. Like that. And then the pumpkins. Oops, not upside down. Wouldn't that just beat all? Oh, nope, those go a little higher. There we go. And then our fox. Looking back at those pumpkins. And that's it. I'm 0 for 3. 3 cards, 3 mistakes. But I fixed them. And I made them so you don't have to. Right? I made the mistakes so you don't have to. So let's take a look. Oh, and then it goes in this lovely brown. It's actually, I think, pecan pie. All right, so we have card 3. Let's zoom out just a smidget. Card 3, card 2, card 1. Oop. All right, we'll do it this way. Card 1, card 2, card 3. All right, lovely. All right, I can't wait to play with these and come up with some great alternatives. All right, so April, you're going to have to get a vacuum. Yes, they are super nice. Of course, they have all kinds of other themed ones or just different colored ones, but of course, I had to have the June bugs, right? We all had to have the June bugs. All right. And let's see. All right, so here are our 3 cards as designed in the kit with a few mistakes along the way, but that's okay, because you know that's what I do. I make the mistakes so you don't have to. So now you can put them together and not have to worry about making any boo-boos. So this one, make sure your dimensionals are on this side, your glue dots are on this side. This one, make sure you stamp off first instead of full on ink. And this one, make sure you stamp the birds before you put the dimensionals on it. All right, otherwise you have to peel it off the way I do. All right, everybody, so let's run over a couple more things. There will be a newsletter coming out today, this evening, probably, or tomorrow morning. I have card club again tonight that I need to get set up for. And scrapbook club. There will be information about the scrapbook club that will be starting next month, but you get an early bird special if you join or if you register for it this month. Okay, and then let me go back here. Remember this magical Christmas kit. All right, it's 12 days of crafting. We're just gonna 12 days of crafting calendar with all kinds of all occasions. This comes out, it's available starting on the 23rd, which is Tuesday, and it's while supplies last. When they're gone, they're gone. Yes, I trust they made a whole bunch of them, but all I can say is when they're gone, they're gone. So make sure first thing Tuesday morning, you get this. Get one for yourself, get one for your crafty friend. All right, you want this kit. I've seen some of the pieces that are in it. You want this kit. It will be amazing and it'll be so fun. And I think what we'll do after Christmas is I'll open mine each day. That's going to be very hard for me, but I will open mine each day and we'll see what we have and then we'll make some stuff with it after. All right, so I'm thinking what we're going to do is for everyone who purchases this, we will then do a Zoom together to make things using these items. All right, so make sure to get your 12 days of crafting calendar. All right, again, Ghouls Night Out. You have until October 4th to register. It's only $35. It's here at my house. I still have some seats available. If you are interested, you can choose either the Haunted House kit or the Harvest Home Garland kit. You can choose either a fall banner or a Halloween banner, a fun fold, or a treat holder. All right, so fall or Halloween, those are your two choices. And then we have the World Card Making Day on the 4th, Saturday the 4th. I'll be doing an event here in the early afternoon at my house, and then in the afternoon or evening it'll be a virtual event. So more information, details about all of that will be coming out to you. If you have questions, please ask. All right, everybody, so enjoy the rest of your Friday, enjoy your weekend. I have card club tomorrow, so I won't be on until tomorrow night. We have catalog walkthrough. We are going to walk through, here it is. I told you, it's a mess here. We are going to walk through this catalog together. We're going to play some games. We're going to win some prizes, and we're going to have some fun. So join me tomorrow at 6 p.m. Right? That's what it says. 6 p.m. Pretty sure it's 6 p.m. Yes, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. So join me for some fun. Have your catalog with you so you can answer the questions and win the prizes. All right, so have to get going. I will see you all later. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye-bye.